Morning everyone. I've been doing some cross stitch recently and I really enjoy doing it. It occurred to me that maybe some of you might not know how to do cross stitch, and I thought I'd just do a couple of videos showing how it's done and how you read the pattern, because I think that is it can be a bit daunting. You know, you get your kit and you're presented with a lovely flower or whatever, and then you turn over and you're presented with something like this picture, and you think, oh my goodness, you know, what do I do with that? So I thought I'd give some little tips really, and we'll go on to how you look at patterns and things like that later on. So you can use any material that has an even weave with like little squares. You can use anything to do cross stitch on, but depending on the closeness of the weave depends on how many strands of embroidery thread you use. So the normal thing that you use is this, which is called Aida, and this one tells you that it's 14 counts per inch. So you can get 11 counts per inch as well, which obviously is a wider weave. So depending on the count per inch is the number of strands of embroidery thread that you use. So for 14 count you use 2 strands of thread. For 11 you use 3, and on your pattern it might tell you how many strands of thread to use. So let's get started. So I've got some embroidery floss here. So it usually comes in skeins, or if you get it in a kit you might get something like this. You might get something like this, which is full of colours and numbers, and so basically it's already been sorted for you. But we're not going to be following a kit today. So your embroidery thread has got 6 strands, okay? So the first thing you have to do is to take 2 away, so that you can see there are 6 strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got hold of 2, and then you just basically work all the way down, just peeling off 2 from the other 4, and it can get a bit knotted, it can get a bit twisted, but that's all right. You just untwist it, and there you are. So I've got my thread here, and I've got a needle. Now the needle, you don't need a special needle, but I would say a wide-eyed needle is probably better, and also one with a fairly blunt end, because you could run into the danger of pricking yourself with the needle. So it's just a cruel embroidery needle really that you need. Just trying to find, I'm not very good at threading needles, but anyway, here we go. So I've been using this needle without a problem, and of course now I come on to video it, I can't thread it. Let's try putting it in like this. I'm just going to pause you while I thread the needle.